Okay. Um, I just want to start off by saying thank you, God. Um, and if you watch my videos, you'll notice that this is something I do all the time. And it's hard to thank God in these circumstances. My brain, especially the last few days, has been even worse. I can feel like I'm just dozing off and hard to focus and just light. It just feels like at any point, at any point, I can get something happening in the sense of like I don't know if what a seizure feels like. I don't know what a stroke feels like, but it feels like something is just not functioning in the worst ways. I mean, like literally a noticeable way that things can happen. It's just my brain, just something's happening, and I don't know if the more I use my brain, the worse it gets. But it's just not good. It just feels like it's about to shut down, to be honest. And so it makes functioning even harder. Like it will. I've made a lot of videos about how working is gonna be tough. My brain is being more destroyed. I mean, my cognitive ability are literally slowly shutting down. Memories even more fading away than ever. I've talked about it. I've talked about how my memories are eroding, and sometimes it just feels like instantly, like what I just wanted to say 2 seconds ago is gone. Like I forgot what I was trying to say, and so it means that I'm losing brain capacity, memory capacity. But on top of that, I'm being I'm being bombarded and inundated with just distractions of, and I'm talking about work, right? I think work for me is used to break me down, to depreciate me, to ruin my brain even more. On top of ruin my obviously my career, but ruin my state of brain health. I said early on that I know my employee hired me to depreciate me. Matter of fact, that was the word that was used clearly. That the word depreciating, but in a very subtle way, as they like to say, thinking that way, and they probably can see how my brain is just not doing well. Now, what happens during the states is these perps are gonna use these moments to create some gaslighting methods. They are using this ability that my brain just literally breaking away, and I mean I'm not thinking even, oh my gosh, it's so bad. But they're using these moments of manipulations, or not even manipulation, this state of brain that I have, my state of ability to think in a clear way, in a cognitively way, to create a gaslighting tactic. I said that they are doing their best to make me accept these manipulations. I'm thankful that since it's been 3 years of me saying the same thing, and it's getting worse now. Let me just say how gaslighting has been applied today, and because my brain is just so manipulated, and just this level manipulation is crazy. Like I said, I am not able to focus as much. It's harder for me to think of things, and memories are fading away. It's things become a little bit of a blur, especially with so much going on, and I'm talking about work. Now, at this point, I know that I'm not going to be able to function as well as I used to, and it's easy to forget things, much easier than ever. Not to say that before I wasn't able to forget, but now it's just wow. And I can feel it. I can feel, like I can literally feel something happening to my brain. I don't know if it's a stroke. I don't know if it's a seizure that I'm feeling about to happen. I don't know if it's that, but I do feel something weird, heavy in my brain. Like it almost feels like a headache of some sort coming up, but in a different fashion. Now, these perps, they're gonna try to get you to accept these things, and they use these moments to the more fragilized you are, the more they want to break you down. I'm so thankful that I was able to show these patterns of how they manipulate you. And if they do that to me, I'm immediately go make videos, because it means that they're going to use this tactic again. They've tried to do the same thing, right? Sometimes to make you acceptive of the way they manipulate you today, they do certain things to try to find ways to find them in incredible ways. They can play with your memories. They manipulate your memories. That means they can access your memories. Some in the past, what they used to do is like they'll bring a memory of a random thing and say, "Hey, you see, this is a real memory. So this is a real memory." That's always the trickeries. Some version of that. Now the new version of that is something else. For example, I work on multiple projects. Even though my brain is in this cognitive state of mind, a cognitive state of states, period, it's I am working on multiple projects, and as I'm saying, that gaslight method, same typical ways of try to make you accept, accept this manipulation, but it's I will never. It's just been embarrassing because this is happening to me while I'm listening to my last recording. If you listen to my last recording, you see how obvious what they do. You see the clear these trickeries and deceptive tactic utilized to try to break you down. So what they do, right? For example, I'm working on something. My coworkers, a lot of them are perps. They like to disorient me this way. Bah, they send a message here, they'll do this and do that. And, just the time it's during a time when I'm actually focusing on something, boom, another message. Can you do this for us? Boom, can you do that? Can you do this for us? And they just like always try, which is disorients you even more. But they do that on purpose. Boom, oh, just random, hey, I'm here, boom, just saying this thing there. And it's a way to disorient you. Right, I've been talking about it a lot in regard of how they do this, right? As I'm saying that perps to disorient me in their ways, it's like, nah, that's not real. To try to kind of agitate me because I'm describing literally what's happening, right? That adds a level of just breaking down. Because not only your brain is being destroyed, but at the same time, they make it hard for you to function, and they create these different things to look at. You look at this, they inundate you with things to do. Or not even things to do, to distract you. You work on this, boom, well, hey, well, can you look into this? Boom, can you look at... So this is something that happens to me all the time. And so you have this understanding that, oh, this perps who are coworkers of mine are participating in a way to disorient me by distracting me all the time. Oh, can you look over there? Especially lately, they've been, especially when I onboarded to a new project. Oh, this is when they enjoy it the most, because once I have kind of mastered a project a certain way, it doesn't take much for me to kind of connect with things. Boom, boom. It's easy for me to just, okay, this is this, because I've been working with that project long enough to kind of understand it quickly. Things are easily connected to understanding things. The new project, especially as big as it is, there's so many pieces that, oh gosh, I am so like, whoo, it just completely disoriented me. Now, for them, it's an opportunity to break me down. You gotta understand everything is psychologically prepared and orchestrated to break you down. And then you have these losers and this trash that their job is to just really try to disorient you in their fashion. Not real. Well, you hear them say the dumbest things. They're childlike people. They're supposed to just agitate you. But for me, what they do is like, you just make me feel so smart. For example, right now, somebody just say, oh, you're fired, right? Because like I said, the disorientation is part of it. They say random things like that. Do they care? Is that really, does this person want me to know that I'm fired? It doesn't care, but of course I know that this can happen. But he's saying that to disorient me, like just like in this work environment where they send me different messages. This person's like, oh, you're just fired. And it's like a child. But I look at it, it's like, man, I can't believe I'm able to depict these things for what it is. That I'm able to see what they're trying to do. But these people have tried to kind of update these new tactics. These tactics. Now, when they do these things, this guy requested something. I'm not even like, I'm just so exhausted mentally that I'm like, this guy's probably just trying to ask me something that just to take my time and just drain me and the typical things. And I'm like, I'm just new to this project. I can't remember what all I've done because I didn't do much already, and I have so much other things that my memories are completely. My memories are honest. My memories are. They don't even need to make me lose my memories. My memories are slowly just eroding away. They are eroding my memories, and so he calls this thing out. I'm like he's probably he's most likely trying to just disorient me like so many others are doing. So I'm like, okay, I'm not even thinking twice about it. I don't have, my brain capacity is just like, I don't have time to just really dwell on it and look into it. I don't have that energy. I'm doing too much going on too much for the brain I have right now. And so Out of nowhere, the thought of what he requested come into my head, and then they make me think, oh, you did this thing 2 weeks ago that I completely forgot about. Why? Because my brain is just eroding, and on top of that, they keep inundating me with things to take away. Like, I cannot concentrate on any one thing. And like, oh, you see, we reminded you. Now, you know, these people, gaslighting is what they do. Credibility is what they've been doing. As I said before, what they do is been trying to make you accept this manipulation. But what they've done in the past is like, oh, remember this random thing? They can bring up some random things. In third grade, you had this blue pen. You see, that means that's true. We mapped you. You see, believe this false, this real thing. This real is you. So they do these same tactics. And now again, like, you see that we reminded you that you did this thing on this campaign, on this project. So that's true. That's true. We're just reminding you how you were as a kid. This reaction you had, that's what the reaction you, this reaction you feel is the reaction you had. Proved it, you see? So these people think that I'm a mentally childlike like them. Of course, I know these people obviously can access memories. They can manipulate your thoughts. If the only way to manipulate memories is to be able to access memories, able to get to those memories, and they do that. They get to the memories, meaning they have access of these memories. Matter of fact, they can even control you to do something, and they can bring up what they made you do or make you think of. But then they use the fact that they can access and get to your memories to make you believe they don't manipulate your memories. And because my thought process is being just like turned into something illogical, that I think that's why they use these children. To be like, you see, that's proof. We just reminded you that you did this thing on this project. You added this thing here. Proof. We're just reminding you to how you were when you were a kid. We're reminding you how you were feeling when you were a kid. To make me accept this nasty reaction stimulation they make me have toward children. And by the way, they're just saying, they're reminding me of how I experienced things when I was a child. Basically, they're making me like a child. And this is what's happening today when they force me to get this sexual stimulation toward babies. At every level, it sounds illogical. First of all, why are you trying to make a man who's not a child think like a child? Just stop there. This is when they become genius. Why would you want make somebody who's an adult think like when they're 13, 14, 10, 8, 9, whatever things you say they remind me of? Why? Even this is when, like, this is all this credibility to make me think of these retardations of ways of thinking. Even when they try to be like logical, you see we can remind you of things. So this is what we're doing. So you're saying that you make me think the way I thought when I was a child. The way of course it's not even that. It's because they can change your memories as a child. They manipulate. Memory manipulation is happening non-stop. Especially my childhood. That's they started off from there. And they try to find credibility. So let's just say I forget. If I forget to turn off the lights somewhere, or I forgot that I took this thing from the oven or took something from the cabinets and I can't find it, and then boom, they just bring that memory or okay, that's where. You see, we're just reminding you. So that's you. This is how they've gone. They have started gaslighting me. Well, they started doing that in different fashion. It was more like, we're just reminding you. Remember this toy you used to play when you were a kid. You see, we're just reminding you. So now they're doing things like in real time, like not just right now. Or something that's happening today. And right now my brain is just, oh my gosh. Now, I was always somebody who could lose things around. Today is just, my brain is so eroded. My memories, I can literally, I feel like it gets to that point where almost like I'm about to get like, I'm about to like get a seizure. Matter of fact, when I say forgetful, I mean like, you know, when you put something on the table and then you forget where you put it and you start looking for it, that kind of thing. They're talking, oh, you see, you forgot about it. You forget. Stupidity. The level of retardation mixed with these deceptive tactics, but my brain is no longer capturing logic the same way. It's being my brain is just being, my thought process is just rewired. And these people are like so like, oh nah, it's so you. So trash, first of all, you are here manipulating thought process. Yes, I'm so thankful for the validation. At this point, when they do these things, it's just, this is why I make videos. I'm so reinforced with validation that are magical. That today, that what they stay strong on is like, oh, you forgot that you did this update 2 weeks ago on this thing, on this project. You see, we reminded you, proof. Me, whose brain is literally eroding. They've been telling me about me getting a stroke, and I know that it's not far from like the truth. It's probably true, because I do feel my brain just not reacting normally. Even speaking right now is a struggle. You hear me speak with struggle. You hear me speaking with having trouble speaking. Talking is becoming a problem. So these people now is like, oh no, but you see, you forgot that you're gonna you update this project. Proof reminded you. They were truly holding on to it like as if like, yeah, you see, that's proof. We reminded you. It's you as a kid, because they do this pedophilia thing that they're renowned to do. By the way, let me call it what it's been called by others: pedophilia type of torture, which they manipulate the thought process to make you react the way they want you to react. And now the validation for them is like, no, we just made you think of what you did when you did the project 2 weeks ago. So you see, that's proof. We're just reminding you how you used to experience things at one point of your life, especially in your childhood, specifically in your childhood. Proof. What I just say right now, I know that it sounds illogical, but in my brain, if I could tell you how they try to make logic of what I just say, it's magical. I know this is how my state of brain is going. And there was children of all ages, this perps here, I keep bringing up, perps are those contracted individuals who are contracted by these governmental entities. And they're making the noise campaign. They want you to accept this stupidity of logic. They want you to accept. I'm like, oh my gosh, this. And I'm just super validated, because while they're doing that, I'm listening to like literally the video I made. They make me feel so smart by saying the most basic, obvious thing ever. They are, and I know, like, even when I say that's like, oh, now you're gonna hurt, because they try to disorient me, like, you know, that at work when they send me message, because they do make me very. It's crazy for me to hear something I'm saying. I said yesterday, listen to my video, and I hear them, as I'm experiencing the same type of manipulation I'm talking about. And I'm like, am I just a genius or what? Am I a prophet or so what? Or what? Is that me, my prophecy? That's why I made this video, because it's going to happen again. This is going to say, oh, okay, this is what we're going to do. Or he's going to forget this, or he's going to do this. He's going to figure out about him. He did this in this project, especially now. My brain, whoo, Jesus, my brain is just evaporating. My memories. The coworkers are making fun of me, because they talk about how I'm going to be like a fish in a bowl who forgets everything in 2 seconds. Yes. But they're going to use that as, okay, we can use that to gaslight him. We're going to use this as a way to make him accept, like, let me speak now before I forget to say anything. Before I'm not able to speak. Let me make sure that they understand how of a prophet I am. I'm not a prophet. Let me just repeat that. When I say this, it's to be comical, because these perps want me to look at them and respect them. They want me to look at them as, you are clowns, and understand what you're doing. Because this man, Robert Duncan, said it very clearly. They are utilizing me as a test subject, and see what tactics works. They have these matrices of what works, doesn't work, in regard of the deceptive or trickery, for me to accept these manipulations. They looking at me as just like this, like, test subject, this guinea pig. Okay, if we do this like this, and we make him think this, is it going? Okay, how's he reacting to this? Is he going with this? But he's feeling like this. Okay, now this is boxed in like this. That's what it is. And I've understood. It's like, okay, you're trying something new here. With the state of my brain, you'll see if that's gonna take in now. Yes, of course it's gonna take in. My brain is just fried up. Everything can go in. But I'm making this video to make it clear that I understand what they really did, what they're trying to do. And this is a new way to try to gaslight me to accept this manipulation that's disturbing, nasty, pedophilia-centric, that they want me to think, no, we just reminded you as a kid, which on that side is just also on another level of like, it's just like, and like, now we're mad, Jesus. And in my brain, they truly want to hold on to us. Like, no, we made your brain, mapping, you know what it is they're making me feel this reaction, but they say this reaction was experienced before, but as a child. So they're mapping this experience that they make me experience today to what I experienced when I was a kid. That's what they try to say. You understand the level of retardation I just spoke about? That literally they're saying you felt what we're making you experience today, but when you were a child, we mapped it. This is when they want to be like this is the strong, logical, common sense logic. I'm like, yeah, okay. And of course, that push can break somebody into insanity. Of course, this illogicalness is nonsensical. And these people I wonder how their life is, a regular life. Because I understand you want to push me into insanity. That's why you come up with this retardation of logic. But I wonder, how does a person like you function in life? I don't think they function well. It's like, now you're crazy. Yeah, because you're crazy, driving me into insanity with this stupidity. That's perhaps why they use these childlike people. That's probably, yes, I'm going to lose my mind because you are really, truly pushing me into this illogicalness, this stupidity of logic, this retardation of logic. Yes, you're right. You will push me, a target individual, into insanity to try to make me accept this retardation. Because what I just said right now, the way they want me to think, is some of the most retarded, is on the spectrum. Target individuals stay strong. There's no way I can maintain sanity with this level of illogicalness in my brain being manipulated in these ways. But you gotta be strong and understand things. For me, while I'm able to articulate myself, when I'm able to put things in perspective, I will speak as much as I can. They are using everything possible to bring doubt into me. My employment has been utilized to try to push doubts coming from things that are nonsensical. As if, I'm telling you, one error